was recognized last year, so in 2025, by other 4 United Nations members. And these are Kenya, Sudan, Syria, and Bahamas. And we look forward to establishing and strengthening diplomatic and political relations. We are grateful to all 121 United Nations member states that have formally recognized independence and statehood of the Republic of Kosovo. I call on the remaining UN member states without further delay to recognize Kosovo as an independent and sovereign state and open pathways for new friendships and cooperation for mutual benefit. The key to peace and stability in the Balkans remains recognition of Kosovo by all EU and NATO member states. Dear Presidents, regarding the rule of law and human rights, the UNMIK report, I think, does not sufficiently cover the Kosovo's government efforts to combat corruption and only briefly mentions our efforts to promote transitional justice and deliver justice to victims through war crimes trials. However, the inclusion of an extensive annex on the Kosovo Specialist Chambers and the Specialist Prosecutor's Office constitutes a mischaracterization of their legal nature and an overextension of UNMIK's reporting authority. The Specialist Chambers are not a creation of Resolution 1244. They were not established by the Council, do not derive authority from it, and do not fall within UNMIK's mandate. The Specialist Chambers were established through a constitutional amendment adopted by the Parliament of Kosovo. Their legal foundation derives from a bilateral exchange of letters between Kosovo and the European Union. They are a product of Kosovo's sovereign legal order, created through democratic legislative processes and supported through partnership with the European Union. The Specialist Chambers should report to the Parliament of Kosovo. Likewise, the presence of EULEX is based on agreements with Kosovan institutions and must be understood within that framework. Ongoing efforts to present Kosovo institutions within a status neutral or UN-derived framework are unacceptable. Mr. President, let me conclude by sharing our long-standing view, shared also by many Council members here, that UNMIK's mandate is completed and that United Nations resources and staff would be better used elsewhere to address other pressing crises and conflicts. Kosovo is now an independent, sovereign and democratic state that has achieved normalcy and functionality, a sufficient benchmark for UNMIK to exist. As demonstrated by our recent involvement with the Board of Peace, which was established by President Trump and other partners, Kosovo is ready to contribute to peace and stability also in other parts of the world, such as the International Stabilization Force for Gaza, which was mandated by this Council Resolution 2803 last November. The focus should not be on having the United Nations in Kosovo through UNMIK, but on admitting Kosovo into the United Nations. We believe that UNMIK should be transformed into an office that would facilitate Kosovo's full membership in the UN and its agencies, programs, and treaty bodies. This would be a more sustainable way to use United Nations sources rather than attempting to establish a role where none exists. I thank you all.
I thank